Yo. Yo. Happy International Youth Day celebration to every one of you that is watching us today on the 12th of March 2026. You know that the nation or the world commemorates International Youth Day each and every year of the 12th of March. And so today marks yet another day at which we get to commemorate this day with the young people, and always young. And I know that I'm a youth, even where some of you may argue to say, no, how can you be a youth when you're that hot? And so I'm a young person, ever young, and even as you watch, you could be a young person out there. It's just the body that may be growing, or the years that will be growing, and yet inside you are a young person. And this year's youth celebrations are commemorated on the theme Arise and Soar. And so it speaks to the fact that young people should arise and soar like an eagle, as it were. So I'm privileged to be joined by a young person in studio who help us understand this day, what the young people are doing, how he interprets the theme of the year, and how it is that it will help the young people out there in light of the Bill 7 that allows now for proportional representation of young people in Parliament and whatnot. So joining me on set is no other than Kefas Nguni, who is he's a reporter and also influential figure in terms of youth community. Youth community. He joins us today. Today to help us understand Arise and Soar. Kefas, welcome to this interview.
Well, thank you so much, Pastor Martin. It's a privilege, as you said, and a real opportunity to be on set and talk about the young people.
Wonderful. So, who is Kefas Nguni?
So, Kefas Nguni is a young person. I'm a youth, and I'm also a student studying journalism and public relations at Evelyn Horn College. I'm also a sports reporter, a news anchor, but also one thing that is so important, I'm a Christian. So that is all about Kefas Nguni.
Wonderful, wonderful. You speak good about Kefas Nguni. Let's talk about the Arise and Soar. How do you interpret this theme of the year?
Right, great. So I think if I was to even define the same theme that we are commemorating Youth Day for, Arise and Soar, it just basically means that it is the time for youths to be awakened, to wake up and utilize each opportunity that comes in. I think basically that
have the young people awakened from your standpoint, where you are as a young person, through your interaction with other young people? Have you seen them with a vigor to arise and shine, or to soar, if you like? Are you guys attempting higher aspirations?
Well, of course, it depends with your location, I think, because we have many young people, there are youths that are fighting so very hard for them to reach their potential, the maximum potential. But of course, we still have those that are fighting, but it's of course very less, at a less view that they are fighting on. It's because maybe they are fighting different challenges, be it drug abuse, be it influence from their friends. But overall, I think youths out there, especially in Zambia, they're fighting so hard.
They're fighting so hard. Is the environment conducive enough for young people to arise and so?
Well, yes, it is, especially that we saw the ascending of the Bill 7 by President Hakainde Hichilema that will allow young people to be presented in Parliament. I think that itself has created a conducive atmosphere for young people to do whatever they want, because they will be represented in Parliament, and those issues that are affecting us, be it drug abuse, be it young people complaining about not receiving the CDF, and those opportunities that we want. So I think now that we have people that will be representing us, I think it's a plus for us, and the environment will be so very conducive.
Wonderful. Now, with the student community, in the past there had been riots, this and that. How is it of now? What are young people saying in schools? The students, where you're coming from? How come that we haven't had these noises from the students? And is it because everything now is set?
Yes, I think things have changed a bit for institutions. Many of the times, one thing that usually affects us students is financial pressure. Not everyone, of course, is on bursary, and you find that let me not compare, but let me just say, in the PF regime, we had seen that meal allowance was cut off. And at the moment, the UPND regime, we had the reintroduction of meal allowance. That is at least now making it for other students that are not on bursary to manage within school. So many of the times when you see riots in school, it's because young people are influenced, maybe.
So, according to you, the government has delivered on that promise that now the students have meal allowances, and so that puts a smile on their faces. And
exactly.
So no need to complain, no need to fight and whatnot.
Exactly, because that, just as you said, that itself has brought a smile on the faces of the students, and you don't now expect them to be fighting, to do riots, because they are happy. We are happy because of maybe we've been noticed. The cries of the students have been noticed in this current regime, and the government is now being answerable by reintroducing things like meal allowances and other allowances for students.
Students are happy. And now, this year, Zambia goes to the pause, August 13th, be voting. How does it look for young people on the ground? Are they committed to a free and fair election, or do you see young people holding on and to the values and knowing that we have one Zambia, one nation? What are young people saying out there?
Let me start by first mentioning that Zambia's population is 70% of young people. So if we talk about it being 70% of young people, we mean that it is being occupied by mainly we the young people. So we the young people, obviously, when it comes to elections and everything that involves having a voice of any person, I think we have a strong voice. We're talking about the energy, we're talking about the information, because you see, politics of nowadays are being done on social media, and social media is 3/4 of the young people. So we the young people have information, and the fairness of the elections, the safeness of the elections, it all depends on we the young people. So I think if the government has delivered, there will be nothing like riots, fights, and elections will be peaceful. But on the other hand, if there are people out there that think maybe the government has not delivered, obviously, I think we might see one or two changes and something like that. Yeah.
From where you stand, who is a youth? What age group do you put to a young person?
A young person, a youth. So let me start by maybe defining who a child is, then a young person, then a youth. So according to the Zambian law, a child is anyone who is below the age of 16 years. So anyone below the age of 16 is a child. Then a young person is anyone who is below the age of 19. So anyone below the age of 19 is a young person. So now a youth is now any person that is below the age of 35. So 35 and below, you are youth. So meaning a child, a baby, a young person, all of them make up to be the whole concept of being a youth.
So what is the picture of a young person you want to see in Parliament? How old should they be to speak for young people?
Well, I was thinking about that, of course, and I think if we were to be represented by a young person, they should be 30 years and below, 30 years to maybe from 20 to 30 years, not more than 30 years, not less than
So
20.
you have a view that the president should nominate from 35 down, not above 35 years.
Not above 35.
That
Actually, it
will
should
not
be
be a
30 to 20 years.
30 to 20 years.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, that would be a youth, and then
That
you
would be a
feel-
youth.
No, so the one that is 50 years speaking on behalf of the youth, because politicians would say they are youth, meanwhile they are above 35. So for you, that doesn't suffice. Someone is not a youth.
They are not. So I think, according to, maybe, let me just speak it from due to interaction that I have with people. So obviously, when someone is in their 30s, I think they're now that relation with nature and just life itself, they tend to think like people who are 40, 50. So if we have someone who is less than 35, so of course a youth is anyone who is less than 35, but if we have a representative who is 30 years to 20 years, I think we can have someone who's aggressive, powerful, well informed, and someone who's ambitious to represent us.
How should the young people celebrate their Youth Day today, where they are? What is your message to them? What must they be doing? Because you've seen there are young people that are fighting each other. You've heard of the junkies and whatnot. They'll kill their friends, they do what. What must young people be doing as they commemorate today?
Okay, so Youth Day is just any other day like Christmas, where we get to see families coming together to enjoy. So Youth Day is an opportunity that has been given for young people to interact, not just the people you found with always, no, but other young people. You interact, share ideas, share goals, and just make strategic moves on how you want to spend your life, maybe in your 40s, in your 50s. It's not a day that should involve people doing other vices like drug abuse, alcohol drinking, but we need people who will be sober during the day so that we share plans. Youth Day does not come every day, so this is so special. That's why it is a holiday. Many of the times, no one is working, so we have an opportunity for we young people just to connect, interact, and just share things.
Okay, first, you understand that Youth Day commemorates even the young people that died during the fight for freedom, like from the colonials,
Exactly.
the young people that sacrificed, they died, and to make sure that we here as independent Zambia, free of colonials and whatnot. Do you see young people sacrificing nowadays, these days, the young people in Zambia? Is there that sacrifice, or there isn't anything that you are doing to make sure that you give yourselves?
Well, we have a number of them when it comes to Zambia who are acting as a voice on behalf of those that have voices. Of course, we cannot have anyone who will be fighting for a certain goal, but we have those young people that are trying so hard to fight for a certain agenda. I think some of them that I could mention is Ruth Ngoma. She's an activist for gender-based violence, and she's a youth, a very, very young person. We have a number of them that are fighting a certain agenda, and of course I would say we do have a number of them.
So you're saying young people are not scared? They are willing to sacrifice?
They are,
Okay.
but not everyone. The good part is that we have a number of them that are activists. So they influence others to wear the gears and start up.
But there's a notion that young people think, no, jobs are difficult to find. No, this is difficult to get money. It's difficult to. Isn't that brainwashing yourself to think that this is impossible? So now I'm asking a question to say, do we have those young people that are positive enough to know that I can get a job, I can get money, I can get a wife, I can get a husband? Do we have those that are positive in their thinking, knowing that they can grab things that they need to have?
I think so far, Evelyn Horn College has got, I think I'm just estimating to around 15,000 students, and all those have a positive mindset to say, at the end of my course, I'll get a job. At the end of my course, I'll get a skill. At the end of my course, I'll gain something that will help me improve society. So we have less of those people that feel like maybe they won't get a job after school or after doing anything, or maybe their entrepreneurial journeys won't go anywhere. I think that's just brainwashing. It's, of course, it comes with the level of people you connect with, I think. Because if I connect with people like Jito Kayumba, of course, I'll be so determined because I saw the power of a person.
What inspires you about Jito? Because of my grandson who was asking, no, Jito Kayumba, like he's so famous amongst the young
He's
people.
very influential.
Why do you guys, is it because of his muscle? Or what is it that influences you about him?
Oh, you know, Pastor Martin, Jito Kayumba's got a voice that carries power, carries strength, carries authority. And of course, from the way he presents himself.
He's a youth.
He's a youth. No. He's not a youth. He's not a youth, but he's someone, we have.
He speaks
people,
the youth language.
Yeah, he speaks a youth language. He's very much good when it comes to connecting with young people. If he is in a place where young people are, you would definitely think as if Jito Kayumba is also a youth. Because of the bonding and the connection that he brings up when he is with the young people. I think if Jito was 30 to 20 years old and we were taught to choose a person to represent us in Parliament, I think Jito Kayumba would be the right candidate.
Wonderful. Okay. So what are your encouraging words to the young people out there as regards rise and so? What would you say to encourage them to rise and fly here as an eagle?
So, like they always say, the sky is always the sky is always the limit for anyone, and of course that means that nothing can limit us apart from the sky, because the sky, that is where God is. So I think in anything that we do, we should make sure that we remain positive. We should make sure that we target success. Don't look at the failures. Of course, each and every journey has got setbacks. And if we were to have a conversation with the President Hakainde Hichilema, we would also hear about his setbacks. But he didn't give up. He kept moving. And that's the reason why he is at the point where he is. So if you're young people out there watching, it's very important to remain positive. Make sure that you continue dreaming. And it's very important for your dreams to threaten you. So if I was told at a certain point, actually I read a quote by one of the famous football players, Cristiano Ronaldo. He said, if your dreams don't threaten you, that means your dreams are very small. So dreams have to scare us. So if you look, if you were to envision yourself in the next 3 years, you have to be scared of yourself. Oh, wow, I'm going to be president in the next 30 years. So I think that's what should be inside the young people who are watching out there. And if you're a Zambian, on the Zambian flag, we learn from grade 1 up to grade 12 to say, fly high above the skies like an eagle. So if you're a Zambian youth out there, just embrace the eagle. Do what it does. Don't just watch it. Do the actions of an eagle. Fly above without any limits.
Fly above without any limits, and God on your side, you will soar on high, because the Bible says even young people, sometimes they falter, they grow tired and are weary. But those who wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They will mount up with wings like eagles. They will run and not get tired. They will walk and not faint. Why? Because God gives them that power. If you must continue as a young person, not only are you a youth in age, but if you trust on the Lord, He will give you the strength and you rise and soar. You will rise and shine because God will help you be that youth. I was joined in studio by Kefa Singoni, a young person that has helped us understand and interpret the theme of this year, Arise and Soar, even as young people commemorate and celebrate this day today. God bless you. Have a wonderful day of celebrations as a young person and an adult out there. Bye-bye for now.